So you may say that Sony are jumping on Nintendo's retro gaming mini console bandwagon, but I for one am very happy to hear that a PlayStation Classic is coming out. It's being released on 3rd of December, and as you can see here, it will have 20 pre-installed games. Now it's going to retail at £89.99 in the UK, €99 99 in Europe, and $99.99 in North America. So £90, 99, well, €100, $100. They always take that cent or penny off. Now the console is 45% smaller, so it looks exactly like the original console, but it's not going to accept discs, so that open button there is just used to change games. And, you know, it's got the same design. They've kind of followed the same lead as Nintendo, the way it works with the controller ports, but they've went with USB ports instead of the original controller ports. And the memory card slots are just there, just for design, really. If I scroll down here, you can see the blog post. Okay, so almost 25 years ago, sold 100 million units worldwide. Okay, so it says here the console will come preloaded with 20 classic titles, including fan favourites such as Final Fantasy VII, Jumping Flash, R4 Ridge Racer Type 4, Tekken 3 and Wild Arms. Now, annoyingly, they haven't announced the full list of games. If you look down here, it says stay tuned to the PlayStation blog for the full lineup of titles coming to PlayStation Classic. Each unit will come with an HDMI cable, 2 controllers for local multiplayer. Now, at this point, I'm not sure what the full title list will be. Perhaps it will be the same in every region, or perhaps there'll be a core set of games like the ones mentioned there, and those games will be the same in PlayStation Classics sold in Europe, North America and Japan, and maybe they'll add some like regional favourites. I'm not sure, or maybe they're just, you know, still deciding which games are to be added and maybe just going to listen to feedback. I don't know at this point. I would have preferred if they'd explained what games were coming, but yeah, it is what it is. You can see the trailer in the background there. Now, when you see this image here, see when you see the controllers next to the console, you really do get an appreciation for how small this thing is. It really is very, very cool. It's really cool the way that it's designed. Yeah, I think it looks amazing. I really do think this looks great. Now, of course, you can just buy a Retro Pi. You can buy a Raspberry Pi, turn it into a Retro Pi, install the software, and have like 10,000 games, Nintendo games, PlayStation games. You can have anything you want, really. But I'm a big fan of these retro consoles. They're really cool, and it's really great to play with the original controllers, or at least the original style controllers. And I think this looks great. So you can see they are available 3rd of December. Small but mighty. Obviously back then you didn't have HDMI. 20 games from a golden era. So yeah, those are the 5 games that they've announced so far. Let's see, are you ready? So you can see there, you know, from these images here, it actually looked like there was regular controller ports, but when you look at it there, you can see those are just USB ports. It actually looks smaller than 45% of the original design. It looks much smaller than that. So at this point, there's obviously a lot of unknowns with the Nintendo NES Mini and the SNES Mini. You could hack them, and, you know, with my SNES Mini, for example, I could put in, or they call it Nintendo Classic Mini, different in every region. But with the SNES Mini, I could put in, you know, hundreds of games. It's very easy to install a hack. I'm not sure if anything like that is going to be available for the PlayStation Classic. My guess, someone will figure it out. Someone will figure it out. Now, with 20 games, it might not entice a lot of people, but if you could, for example, put in a USB stick and have 100 games, 200 PlayStation games, the PlayStation 1 has got a huge catalogue of games. Lots of them are amazing. Lots of classics. You know, for me, all these consoles is maybe a little bit different for someone who's a little bit younger. Maybe someone in their teens or someone in their early 20s. People at my age, we grew up with these consoles. I grew up with the NES, the SNES, the PlayStation. I paid full price for these. I paid full price for each game. You know, like £40, etc. So for me to see the original console and see so many pre-installed games is amazing. but I would obviously love to be able to put even more games on it. I'm going to wait to see what this is like, but yeah, I think this is what I'm going to put a pre-order in for. I think this would be pretty amazing. PlayStation 1, amazing console for anyone who doesn't know that. At the time, though, you know, it was the Nintendo 64. I think that was when the Saturn was out as well. And they were still kind of finding their feet with the 3D thing. So there was a lot of games where it was kind of blocky and they just hadn't figured out 3D yet. But so many classic games, you know, Metal Gear, the Final Fantasy games, the Tekken games, Ridge Racer. There's all these strategy and arcade games and all that as well. Fantastic. So very good announcement. I'm not sure where you can pre-order just now. I suspect over the next week or two, you're going to see pre-orders available for all the, you know, all the usual suspects, all the gaming shops and on Amazon and whatnot. But yeah, just check your regional shops if you're in the UK, America, wherever you are. Keep your head to the ground for this and see what's happening. So I'll leave a link to these pages. Have a look at them. Let me know what you think, guys. Is the PlayStation Classic something you're going to buy? Let me know in the comment area below, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.